Hi all. Now we are looking at the second problem of star delta transformation. So here in the circuit is given to you and you're asked to find out the current I which is flowing through the resistance 10 ohm over here. So actually you're asked to find out the resistance over here, the current over here. Now if you look at this particular problem, since it is asked to find out the current through that particular 10 ohm, always try to keep that 10 ohm resistance unaltered during the entire process. Why? Because if you change that part of the problem, then you will not be able to find out that particular resistance at the end in order to find the current through that particular resistance. So keep that resistance always throughout that particular problem. Now if you look at this particular problem, we can observe two delta networks. One is over here and the other one is over here. So two delta networks are there. So always have a complete idea how you are trying to reach the end of the answer. Okay, so these two delta networks you can convert it to a star network. So if you're converting it to a star network, then this delta portion will be converted to a star network like this. Then you will be having the existing 34 ohm, existing 10 ohm, and then you will be having the second delta network which can also be converted to a star, which will be like this, and at the end you will be having the supply voltage 180 volt. Now the circuit is a normal circuit. You can observe that these resistances are in series, these resistances are in series, they are in parallel and in series with these two resistances, and you can find out the equivalent resistance R. Once you get the equivalent resistance R, you can calculate the current. 180 divided by R, you will get the current. So that current is nothing but the current which you get it over here. Once you get that particular current, then you are asked to find out the current through this 10 ohm resistance. Now it is very easy. You have your total system with you and you can use the current division rule in order to find the current which is flowing through this particular branch. So that is how you are going to arrive at that particular answer. So always have a complete idea till the end. How you are going to approach that particular problem. So now first and foremost thing is converting this particular delta network and this particular delta network to a star network. So now I have drawn that corresponding delta network at the bottom side of this figure so that it is very easy for me to calculate. So what I am first thing is I am going to draw the inner star of the first delta network. So this is R1, this is R2 and this is R3. Here again also I am not going to write down the formula. So just see how I can find R1. R1 is nothing but the product of the two resistances on either side of R1. That is nothing but 12 into 12 divided by sum of the resistances 12 plus 12 plus 12. So you will be getting the answer as 4 ohm. Since the resistances in the delta network are all the same, R1, R2 and R3 will be the same value of 4 ohms. So it is also equal to R2, which is also equal to R3. Okay. Now in the second delta network, we have the resistance R1. I will be drawing it over here. That is a star network. I'm drawing it here. And the corresponding values of resistances in this delta network was 30, 30, and 30. So I will name this as again 1, 2, and 3. So this is R1, this is R2, this is R3. I am not taking the same conventions throughout the problem. That is R1 and R2, R3 are again repeated, but it is just for the sake of understanding how we are trying to do the problem. So whenever you do the problems, you always do it along with the figures, so it is very easy for you. So here also R1, how can I calculate R1? R1 is very easy to calculate. R1 is nothing but the product of the two resistances on either half of R1, that is 30 into 30 divided by sum of all resistances, 30 plus 30. So you will be getting the answer as 10 ohms. So it will be same for R2. R2 is nothing but 30 into 30 divided by 90. R3 is again nothing but 30 into 30 divided by 90. So it is also equal to R2 equal to R3. So all are 10 ohms. Now always remember that our intention is to calculate the current through this particular 10 ohm. So always keep that in mind. So now I will redraw the figure with the new star networks which I have already formed. So now I am trying to draw that entire figure. So these two arms are connected to this 180 volt supply. Then here you have your 10 ohm where you are trying to find out the current, and here you have your 34 ohm. Now if you observe this figure, you have 4, 34 and 10 which are in series. So that means the total resistance is 48 ohms. And at the bottom side, if you see, you have 4, 10 and 10. 4, 10 and 10, it is 24 ohms. So the 24 ohms I will draw it over here. Now we have this 10 ohm in series with the system, so that I will draw that particular 10 ohm here. So always remember this is not the corresponding resistance through which I am trying to find out the current. It is through this branch where I was having the 10 ohm actual resistance. Now when you observe on the left side, you have this 4 ohm resistance which is also in series with the combination, which I will draw it over here. Now we have your existing supply path of 180 volt. So if you try to find out this current I, then that current I is nothing but the current through this resistance of 10 ohms. So we will again, we will find the total current. Once you get the total current, you can use the current division rule in order to find out the current through the 10 ohm resistor which is in this particular path. So this particular circuit, it is 48 in parallel with the 24. You will be getting it as 16 and 10 ohm, and you have this 180 volt. So which is equivalent to a single resistance 30 with 180 volt. So your current is nothing but 180 divided by 30, that is nothing but 6 ampere. So 6 ampere is the current which is flowing through the system, which will be reaching over here, and that is being split over into two parts. You are asked to find out the current through the 10 ohm resistor which is in this branch. So I10 It is nothing but the current through the 10 ohm resistor you are trying to find out is nothing but the total current 6, that is nothing but this value, into other resistance on this branch is 48. 48 divided by sum of the resistances, that is 24 and 48. You will be getting it as 4 ampere. So this is how you try to solve it. So this is nothing but your current division rule, which you have seen in our lecture 2. So this is how we are trying to arrive at the answer. So always remember that while doing the star delta formation, another 10 ohm resistance has come into picture. But always remember that you are trying to find out the current through this particular 10 ohm resistance. So that path you always have to mark it while doing the conversions. So now 4 ampere is the answer. Some point of time you will be given a question like this. You're asked to find out the resistance across the terminals A and B. So always ensure that this A and B terminals is not getting changed, because just imagine that the resistance across these 2 points will be different from the resistance which is seen from these 2 points. So it will be different. So always keep that in mind and mark the corresponding points throughout the problem. So if you see this particular problem, you are not seeing a star or delta at the initial thing which we are trying to see. So but you can redraw this particular figure. You can redraw this particular figure and you can observe that a delta or star is in the network. You can see that there is already a star network over here, and there is a delta network which is seen over here. So always try to see that there is delta and star by redrawing the figure. So this particular figure you can redraw like this. This figure also you can redraw like this. Now you can observe that so both the figures are the same. The only thing is that I have drawn it in a delta form rather than a square form by combining these two resistances. These two resistances I have combined it over here. So this resistance I have drawn at a certain angle like this. So now I have a delta connected network over here, and again I have another delta network. So while doing this particular problem, again one more thing can occur. Don't try to convert both the deltas together. Don't try to convert both the deltas together. Why? Because these two are, there is a shared resistance over here. So if you're converting this particular delta, it will be like this, coming as a star. After that, this point is connected to this resistance and this point is connected to this resistance. So these two resistances will come in parallel, series, and these two also series, either in parallel. So the circuit becomes more easier for you to analyze. So whenever you're trying to convert, don't convert the delta and star to a network which is having a shared resistance. So you convert that time, you convert only one and redraw the figure, and then you see which element you need to convert it in the next phase. So that you have to remember while analyzing the problems. That is just a hint to avoid any kind of confusions. Thank you.